Hello, Reflections family. I'm sure you've been wondering where I've been for the last few weeks, probably 3, 4 weeks, since we had our show. We've been giving you um, pre-recorded messages since then, or our old messages. But today I'm here officially to say that every good thing comes to an end, and therefore I think it's time for us to sort of wrap up reflections. And I just want to thank every single one of you who has walked with me through this reflection journey. And just a short recap. How did we start? On the 8th of March, 2020, I remember arriving back in the US from Nigeria, and all the way here, I was a little apprehensive, and I was thinking to myself, I hope the borders don't close before I get back into the US. Well, the borders did not close. And on March the 8th, we had our usual services in our churches in our 2 locations. On the 15th of March, I received a message from one of our medical practitioners very early in the morning, I think it was 5 a.m., saying that the way COVID was spreading, that we had to be very careful. At that moment, I had to take a split minute decision. And that decision was to shut down church immediately. So we did. And on that day, we were streaming from one of our locations. We sent out a message to all church members and said, please just watch online today. And the only people we had at our location were the production crew and our pastors and ministers. And the church shut down that day. Every service from then became virtual. Thank God we did not have to not have service, because we continued our regular services. The only thing was that it was now virtual. And I began to, after the first week, I'm like, Lord, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Everybody was apprehensive. Everybody was afraid. There was so much tension, stress, anxiety in the air. And I said, Lord, what are we going to do? And Lord said, start a morning show, live show, every day. I'm like, what? And he said, give my people, something, a message of hope. I thought to myself, every day. And so on the 30th of March, reflection started. 9 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday. Last first week, we did Monday through Friday of the week of March the 30th. And on Saturday, I said, Lord, people are going to be bored. People are going to be bored. We can't be talking every day. And he said, go into your kitchen and do a cookery lesson. Something simple from the basic ingredients that you have at home. Remember, again, we could not go out shopping. So many people did not have a lot of ingredients at home. And I'm thinking, what can we do in this house that everybody will probably have at home that they will do? And we thought of, akara just came to my mind. Now, if you have ever made akara, akara takes a while. You won't believe that we did it in 30 minutes. 30 minutes, we were ready. 8:30, the Lord said akara. Beans, onions, vegetable oil. That was all we needed. And by 9 o'clock, we were ready to go live. And it was a hit. I had people calling from everywhere. Of course, we also talked about our akara burger. That was so much fun. And that was really good. And then from then on, it just went on and on every morning. And many of you faithfully joining, and it just kept us all occupied. It kept our mental health together. Every day, God gave us a hope pill. He gave us some good news, some words of encouragement. But thank God, here we are, more than 18 months after. You are alive, I'm alive. We are standing. We are, to a large extent, our mental health is okay. Some of us have been truly hit hard, but God has stabilized us. And I think we should just give him all the glory and praise, because he has been good. And thank God the world is going back to some semblance of normalcy. Many of you are back at work, so of course you can't join me at 9 a.m. anymore. I don't want you to join me at 9 a.m. anymore because you should be at work. And so I think that the Lord is saying it's time to wrap up. But it's not to wrap up ministering to you or being a blessing to you. It's just that what Reflections was meant to do has been done. We got our good news, we got our cookery lessons, we got our gardening lessons. I'm still enjoying harvest from many of your farms. Some of you drop stuff off for me, tomatoes, okra, peppers, vegetables from your farm. That is so gratifying. And then, of course, there are other people who, from our barbing show where I had to cut my husband's hair because he could not go to the barbers during COVID, many of the husbands now allow their wives to cut their hair. And wives, I hope you are collecting the barbing fees from them. So it's been fun. It's really been fun. I've learned a lot. I'm sure you have learned a lot. And I want you to know that it has been a simply amazing journey. And it could only have been done through God. He was the inspiration for Reflections. He continues to be the Lord of Reflections. And you have all those materials for 18 solid months. Just go back and replay them over and over anytime you feel low. And I'm coming back to you very soon, but it won't be a 9 a.m. show during work week anymore. It's going to be something different because something good is about to come. And from time to time, check me out on the Facebook page on Reflections because I'll be sending you some messages and some content on a regular basis. I love you all, and praise be to God who has kept us through what was a very difficult time, and we have come out standing. And of course, the wonderful prayer times that we had together, the many testimonies that I have had, people who had cancer, people who God has healed, so many wonderful, wonderful testimonies from the Friday prayers we had on Reflections. God has been awesome. And I pray that He will continue to come through for you in every area of your life. God bless you real good. It's been wonderful journeying with you. Good news every day, a hope pill every day. God has been amazing, and it's time to wrap up. And it's Fumi Obilano saying goodbye on Reflections.